What's you guys' take on? Obviously, it kind of crosses the NBA, and you'll get my drift. But what's you guys' take on reaching the final or the Super Bowl, for instance, and losing compared to getting knocked out in the earlier rounds or not even making the postseason in terms of like the legacy aspects? Because it seems like early in the week, Mahomes is getting killed. Obviously, they got killed in the Super Bowl, literally. But Mahomes is getting killed for getting battered in the Super Bowl when he's made the Final Four in every single season. And I was like, I think I might have just said, it's like, should he have lost in the earlier rounds or something? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was times, I think it was more so when the Brady talk was coming up, and I was like, Brady got blown out in divisional games or other playoff games. Obviously, never had a Super Bowl performance like that in it, but he's been blown out, and those aren't the games remembered in it. But what's you guys' thoughts on that kind of stuff? And it kind of links to, you probably get my drift, LeBron making NBA finals year after year after year. Obviously, you're losing most, blah, 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 but you're making it, whereas a lot of men aren't.
Go on, Dej.
Well, for me, yeah, it still means something to your legacy, and it's still something positive. Even though you got to the final summit and you lost, it's still good for your legacy, because at the end of the day, not everyone can get there, and it's not like it happens 2 or 3 times a year. It's once a year. And if you're the type of guy that has all the quality, but you don't even make it into the playoffs every year, I mean, people will be questioning your legacy anyway. People will even say you should be at those kind of teams where they make in the finals every year. Or maybe that person just isn't as good as they let on to be. So, for Mahomes, yeah, I wouldn't even let anyone try tarnish his name because he didn't win, even though he gets to the Final Four every year. Come on, man, like, you know how hard that is? And every year, something's different. It's not the same. And if you think about it, yeah, with these teams, yeah, and even in basketball, once you have like a standout winner every time, all the other teams will just be built to beat you. As much as you think, oh, they're built to be a good team as well. No, they're built in sole purpose to beat you lot. It don't matter if it's a regular season or if it's a post, like, they're just built to beat you lot. And when everyone's built like that, it just becomes harder to win every year.
Yep.
Especially when you're in a sport where you have trades and lottery picks get dished out, but sometimes the lottery picks are already gone. It just depends on how the team is built as well. Nothing is really built authentically.
I agree. I'm on the take of I'd rather get to the final and lose than not get to the final at all.
Trust me.
Because I work all season to get to the big game. So I want to have a chance to play in the big game. If I lose earlier, I don't even have the opportunity to play in the big game. I don't know what it feels like. I have not seen it. I've not felt it.
You're
I
just
might
on holiday.
lose when I get there, but you can't tarnish my name because I've got somewhere. Obviously, at the end of the day, we're only going to care about who won the game. Yes, understood. But for my own personal sake, I know I can get there. You get what I mean? Like, if I missed, what you think? I'd rather miss the playoffs, sit and watch at home, than go to the big game that everyone's watching. No way in hell. I can be there, and for the Mahomes thing, he's been there how many times? He's only lost twice. Do you get what I mean? But
he's been there, 5 times?
5 times, won 3 times. But you have to be in the game to win the game. Like, I'd rather be in the game than not be in the game. It's like when you go to and say about LeBron in the finals. LeBron went to 10 NBA, he's been to 10 NBA finals. Yeah. He's won 4. He's won 4. He's lost 6. He's been to 10. How many people can say they've been to the NBA finals? Some people never make the playoffs. Some people never, ever see the NBA. So,
bro, Joel Embiid's been in the league, is it 10 years now or nearly? He hasn't even reached a conference finals. Not shooting shot, but do you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. He's never reached NBA finals. James Harden, never seen NBA finals. People
No,
like,
Harden with the Thunder.
oh yeah, but yeah, it's true. Paul George.
Embiid hasn't reached conference finals, let alone NBA
This,
final.
this is the thing. Paul George never seen NBA finals. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
there's a lot of sensational players that never reach the game
Never.
or the finals of the series. And you're gonna say to them, "Oh, what would you rather do? Lose when you lose now, or actually make it to the finals and lose there to be on that big stage? You want to be on a big stage."
Sorry
That
to
that
cut you off,
argument
like,
is only for people that don't play the game, bro.
sorry to cut you off. I'll let you go back. It's like you see LeBron. Was it his final Cleveland year? That postseason, obviously the Warriors end up sweeping them when he scored 51 that first game that they could have won. That postseason before the finals is probably the best postseason run I've seen because that Cavs team was flipping trash.
Yeah. It was
Flipping
him.
trash.
It was him by himself with J.R. Smith and them boys.
Bro, and the Pacers are taking them 7. Like all
Yep.
these games, and man just hitting game winners, putting up 40 points, 6-7 game series. Didn't it go to obviously the Celtics were young then,
7.
but it went to game 7.
Yep.
Bro, like that was one of the maddest postseason runs I've ever seen, man.
Even game 1 in the finals.
Yeah.
If J.R. Smith don't run the wrong way, then we might be having a different discussion.
It would be different, man.
No, it would have been a gentleman's sweep probably, but
Yeah,
still.
but still.
Yeah. we like to think that would have changed the whole trajectory of it.
Oh, LeBron had what 51, 8 and 8 that game.
Yeah, but JR ran the wrong way down the court, which is still confusing to me right now. And I don't know. I want him on the pod one day just to ask him, bro, what was going through your brain?
to this day, man. To this day.
But yeah, no, you can't want to be the man if you don't want to get to the end game. And I know it's seen as a thing where, oh, well, you're gonna lose. If you lose, you lose. Yeah, you're right. If you lose, you lose. But I'd rather lose in the World Cup final. I'd rather lose in the FA Cup final because guess what?
Trust
I
me,
can say.
let me get there 5 times.
You see, that's the thing. I can imagine as a football player, I played in the World Cup final 5 times.
What?
I've only won 3.
That's calm.
Who's going to say anything to you?
You use Champions League because that's every year. But no, I get your drift. Yeah.
But do you get what I mean? Like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and that sort of stuff. I've played in the Champions League final 5, 6 times. Yeah. What do you want to say? Oh, I lost in the semi-final 5 times.
I
I
didn't
didn't
even
make
make it out of the
Champions
group
League.
stage.
Bro, man, come on. Like people that think that way have a loser's type of mentality, bro. You
Yeah,
may
man,
as
they
well
don't-
have just
don't
lost
play
early.
sport.
You don't understand what you're playing for if that's the case. Because also getting to the game, it gives you more exposure for yourself. There's so many more opportunities that open up from getting to the game. Like this is what I'm trying to say. You are the only people on the television. You can earn money from that. There's so many more opportunities that open up from just playing in those games that people don't understand. Further than let's just lose and be like Joe Burrow this year and not make the playoffs. Your legacy takes a hit if you don't make the playoffs, but if you make the Super Bowl, it doesn't take a hit.
It's bad. I just always, obviously, I'm both pro LeBron, both pro Mahomes. And I'm like, bro, why are you getting tarnished? Obviously, in terms of them two, because LeBron, Michael Jordan, Mahomes, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, these men weren't getting to their finals. Obviously, their records are better, but they weren't getting to they weren't playing as much games like the other man. Like,
And teams weren't in the same place as those other guys too.
No chance.
We already saw Michael Jordan has come out that they were inflating some of his stats, but that's a conversation for another day.
Wait, what?
Oh, you haven't seen that?
A man said they were inflating his stats. I ain't never heard of that one before. I ain't seen that.
I'm gonna send it to you after this,
A man said inflating stats.
bro.
You're
They
gonna
were
kill
adding
me
stills
today.
in that. I said, nah, this is nuts.
You're gonna kill me today.
Don't worry, I'll bring it for you, man. But his ways, man. Like Chiefs, they got to take this L. Like, and Mahomes is basically, he said it in his post. It's on him. Obviously, that's what someone in his position does. I don't think he's ever really reacted crazy negatively in terms of a loss. You could just say arguably that Bills regular season game when he was pissed at the refs. But other than that, in in his presses, he's never done the oh yeah blah 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 distant. He just says I wasn't good enough and all that jazz. So
Yeah, he accepts it, he owns it, he understands, and you know, as the
because he
quarterback
knows
and the
who
main
he's
guy.
chasing effectively, in it. So
Yeah, he's not playing with anyone in this. He's not playing against anyone that's playing right now. He's not chasing anyone that's playing. He's in his own
Trust me.
realm. Do
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get what I mean? So
yeah,